Tony Hawk is back. Have you heard the good word of Tony Hawk? This is the week of release for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. The version, if you bought the like digital deluxe whatever thing, became available Monday night, and I think was it like Thursday night the Game Pass version and some of this other stuff will kind of roll out. And so we're kind of in that mid period here of the game is not quite out yet, but it's mostly out. And some people who ordered regular versions of the game got them in the mail, like people that were doing like physical releases and whatever. They have all gotten it. This is it logged back in. This is the PlayStation 5 version of the game running on a PS5 Pro. It is on, on Fidelity. It's on Fidelity. Oh, I can push this. Okay, now I can hear the game as well. Wait a minute, what's missing? All right, there's a button I can push to make it play in my headphones. And so this combines Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. They have made some changes to it here and there. Most notably to the Tony Hawk 4 campaign, which operates on a timer similar to the previous games. We've talked about this a bunch, so I'm probably not going to waste a bunch of time going through that, and we'll just get in here and play it. They've unified. So later on, like post-release with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, they changed the way campaign progress was built in a way that sort of unified it across characters. And so you can kind of just change skaters at will and continue to make progress in the campaign, and it all just sort of works. I've finished all the goals. Man, this is 64% complete, but that's every goal and gold medals across everything. But as you see here over on the right side, there's like cash and other things I have not collected yet. And you kind of have to get all of that for it all to count. And then at the end of all that, there's like post-game, so there's like pro goals that you will eventually unlock, but also there are solo tours that you will eventually unlock. So like they've unified this progress, but then they've got the solo tour stuff at the very end of the progression. Like there's kind of a lot here. I guess is the thing here. I guess we'll load up Canada and see about getting some of this missing cash. Was that a piece up there that I saw, or was that just no? I feel like the cash doesn't really stand out, and so I am, there's a bunch of money that I've just not collected. There's one. Oh God. All right. So that means there are still 2 pieces of cash somewhere in this level. Was there a piece just sitting there that no? Something happened. Is performance mode above 60? So I've seen people talk about 120 frames per second, so I assume that performance mode is maybe 120, but I don't know offhand if that is the case. Ah. All right, let's just get our time back and go over this away. Does it have a streamer mode for music? Yeah, it does. It does. I don't have that turned on. And you know, when this video goes up, it will make $0 for me. It will make theoretically some money for some music rights holder somewhere, but I felt it important to show you the game as it actually is. You're asking about music licensing. What's up with hardly any of the soundtrack making it over? Bands are saying they weren't even asked. How many bands do you think actually control the rights to those songs? Bands wouldn't be asked for those. A record label would. A record company would. It might be something that the band didn't even hear about, because the record label came back and said, oh, we want this much money for it. And they said, okay, no, thank you. You know, like there are plenty of situations where a band would not have heard that there was a licensing request or whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't take that to mean anything. There are icicles in this level, which kind of brings me to the challenges. I've completed a lot of these, but I need to destroy 250 icicles for this one. This is the only level with ice that I can think of. So I assume that's where you get all this done. There are 6 secret graffiti spots somewhere. I have apparently spooked 0 security guards or park rangers. And then I need to skitch twice in a single combo to finish that. And so there are, you know, some of these are specific to Tony Hawk 3. These are all like gaps. Like these down here are get all the gaps in a level. And then there's like use these 2 gaps in the same combo. So they'll take like 2 gaps that are pretty far apart and say like, yeah, combo this stuff together. I assume what happened with the music is probably twofold. It is probably partially a licensing thing, but also, you know, Tony Hawk has come out and said, yeah, I wanted to put different music in it, so I did. You know, and he's been very, you know, he has said, you know, like, oh, I'm not a dictator. I can't determine who's in the game or whatever. But with the soundtrack, he was very willing to say that was me. Tony Hawk loves 100 gex. I would believe it. I mean, so let's see. If I remember right, one of Tony Hawk's kids is signed to Dylan Brady's record label. So yeah, I would actually say he probably does love 100 gex. So well, whatever. I'm not going to just like hunt for cash this whole time. That would be a real weird stream. But I don't know. You know, like music is you know, if they want to make changes to the soundtrack, I think that's okay. I don't know. Like, what is the appeal of this game to outside of like old dudes? And you know, freshening up the soundtrack a little bit. I mean, there are a lot of younger skaters in it too, which they did with 1 and 2. I guess I would say I think that, you know, the soundtrack is really big, and even though I've turned off a bunch of songs that I don't like, there's still like a really good variety on here. So I don't know. Like I'm not really too hung up on the soundtrack stuff one way or the other. I think if it was just that old music, it'd be like, eh, you know. I think some of these levels just look fucking cool.
The best skateboarders on the planet are about to compete in this jaw-dropping competition.
Like this was always a very striking level, even when it was, you know, when it was new. I think I talked about that on the podcast because I don't think people necessarily remember that when this game came out, like this level just, I looked fucking nuts.
Look at that.
But it's, you know, the same move set that you saw in 1 and 2. So you've got, you know, you've got the wall plant before, you know, before you would have had a wall plant in this game. The lighting is very nice. Yeah, HDR. It's a pretty good HDR implementation. I think there are some stats in this level I haven't collected either, right? Yeah, there's 2 stats, 3 cash, and the Iron Galaxy logo, of all things.
The talent on display today is on another level.
Is it up here behind it? That's where I would hide something. No? Okay. Not up there. Okay, there's a stat point all the way up there. It's been interesting returning to this game and like trying to complete all the goals again after a long time, because some of them have changed a little bit, and also it's just been a long time since I've tried to actually do shit on these levels, and like, oh, I don't remember how to, like, and I'm sure at some point I knew how to get all the way up there and do all the shit in these levels, but man, okay, this is just like, oh wait, no, well, I'm not gonna get it like that. Maybe I can do this to this to this to this. No. Also, you can pull L2 at any point to do like the spine transfer, which also serves as like kind of a get out of jail free card if you hit it early enough. Like I can get up here and level out and land in the grind and stuff that would have been harder, certainly at a minimum, much harder to do in original Tony Hawk 3. It's really nice to have all of the it's really nice to have like that kind of complete move set, because it does get you to rethink some of these levels, especially smaller levels like Foundry. Like the shit you can get away with a wall plant and spine transfers and, you know, like that sort of stuff is kind of crazy. They did this in the previous game, but they have spread the stat points out across the 2 campaigns. Whereas normally, you know, in original 3, you would have been able to fill your stat meter completely over the course of that one campaign. They have instead spread it out across the 2 games. So. Oh, did I miss that one? All right. Okay, boneless spine transfer between the cords. So that's that. No, wait. That would have been that if I had landed it. But I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't have to go from one ramp to the other. That's much easier. That's way easier. Any idiot could do that. What the fuck? All right. Oops, I jumped over that one. Let's go back and get that.
Not my banners.
We'll do that next run. I don't have enough time to actually probably get all that. Oh, right. I go over here. Aha! Okay, we need to get the beer kegs, we need to sketch the car, we need to spell skate. And we need to... let's just not worry about skating switch ever again. That'll be... okay, so the frat stuff starts up here. We'll get that one, we'll get this one, we'll go down here, we'll get this one. We'll go get this one, and that one. Let's try sketching this car. Gotta catch up with it. Oh, Jesus. Why did that? Oh, man. Okay. Okay.
Gotta get to class.
All right, we got that. I think I just need to spell skate. And that's it for this whole level, right? And where is that? That's there's the K is there, the A is up there. Oh. The load times and stuff between levels are pretty good on PlayStation. I have messed around with it on PC a little bit there, and you know, I obviously some of that's going to depend on your personal computer. But I found that the load times between levels were maybe a little bit worse on my PC than they were. Okay, the S is over here, if I remember right. Yeah, there it is. The E is up. Like the T is right here. And then the E is, okay, the E's up there. That's easy. There's some money right here. Cool. This is the, when you unlock Michelangelo, this is the special manual he does, but you can give it to anybody. This is real stupid. Okay, similar deal on these Tony Hawk 4 golds. It's just like it's a lot of like do gap stuff. I have never once, I don't think I have ever once gone through a Tony Hawk game and like gotten every single gap. It's always just a lot. It's just a lot of freaking work. Oh God, what happened? Game broke. Game broke. Maybe we just change level and go back. Was the original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 received super well when it came out, is the question. Sure, yes. I guess the thing I would say is that, like, I always felt like it was not as impressive as 3 was. Like, out of the gate, the new stuff that year is like, oh, what do you got that's new? Like, the spine transfer stuff just didn't pop the way reverts did, you know? Like, reverts were a big deal. And, you know, spine transfers, I think, you know, in the... Like, spine transfers are certainly useful. And in modern times, I think they kind of make that get-out-of-jail-free thing of like, oh, I launched in a weird direction and I can spine transfer my way to level out with the ground and I can land it. Like here, for example, where that was about to go bad. What was I doing? Which letters do... Okay, I need S and K wherever those are. The A, T, E were over here, so I assume that means we're heading back this way, maybe? I feel like the Iron Galaxy logos are not as hidden in as dramatic of a place as the Vicarious Visions logos were in the previous game. Those were, I feel like, in somewhat more devious spots. Okay, the K was there, so S is probably... I think this is that walkway I needed to... Oh no, that's the one there that I need to manual. Darn it. Oh well. We can look at the goal cameras again because it'll at least show me where the S is. I am looking for that S. Okay. Where is that? That's like... Here. It's like right here, right? No? Okay, we got all the stat points at least. I guess we could do this. What am I... What dumb thing am I missing here? Cash there. This has actually been a really good game for the kids. Because I can just say, yeah, just go wherever, and, you know, and this is how you turn, and this is how you jump, and just, you know, get out there, and if you fall down, it's okay, you'll get right back up. And so just putting them into free skate mode and letting them skate around, and, you know, they're jumping and landing just like little 180s, and, you know, they're not doing a ton of tricks or anything like that, but they've been really having a good time with it, which has been cool. Was that just money? Okay, there's money up here. Huh? Where's the last package? Where's the S? Questions of our time. There's the last package. Oops. All right, let's figure out this ball thing. There we go. That's cool that you have to, like, basically wall plant it because you could not wall plant in the original version of this game. Oh, gosh, boy. Tony Hawk games stopped being good after American Wasteland. You know, the great debate on when did Tony Hawk games stop being good will be never ending. It will outlive all of us. I think I would say that there are not... I don't know that I would say that Tony Hawk games ever got bad until Ride came out. But, I guess I would say I think the mainline Tony Hawk games are all at least, like, good. But, you know, Tony Hawk's Downhill Jam is a terrible fucking game. Ride and Shred are not good. Obviously, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Project 8 is fine. Like, it's not, there's nothing wrong with Project 8 per se. In the context of an annualized franchise where you've got to deal with, like, the fatigue of a game coming out every fall, then yeah, you do get to a situation where you're like, hey, this year's game doesn't have it. And I would say that that happened basically after Thug 2. Where you reached a point of just like, these games are not the games that they were. These games don't feel as vital as maybe they used to. Like that's probably for me the big thing. But again, I think reapproaching those games now, they're fine.
Let's see your trick.
I don't. This is asking me to backside boneless a peer sign, and I don't.
Show me your stuff.
I'm not sure what it's actually asking of me here.
Shoot over here. Camera's ready.
Oh, it's a lip. That's a lip. Okay, so is that a? Well, shit, dude. I don't. Okay. I'm like, I can boneless.
Ready to shoot.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
Cover shot.
like Project 8 was all right. American Wasteland was fine. I just think that they got to a point where it just didn't make any, like, the stuff they were doing just didn't make nearly as much sense, or was not exciting, is maybe the right way to put that. But I was trying to skitch twice in one combo because that's the thing they want you to do at a challenge, at a game challenge level. Manually overhead walkway. Let's watch this one more time so I can remember which one that is. Okay, that's that thing. Okay. And then the secret tape is up over there. Oops. Okie doke. So that would put it, the secret tape. Get in there. Right. There-ish. Right? Come on. Hey. Yeah. Okay, so that I'd probably... Okay, so we will do... Hopefully that counts. Hopefully that jump didn't put me out of too far. Oh, okay, the cones are probably meant to indicate what I'm doing here, huh? Okay, that's all the goals, right? Okay, let's just end. I'll do cleanup for cash later. You don't really need cash. I mean, you unlock a couple of skaters with cash, but like unless you're going to really try to complete everything. I will say that, having completed the majority of the trick goals while playing through Tony Hawk 3, that like it doesn't feel like stuff is popping off as often. Like it felt like I was completing challenges and just doing all this stuff as I was going. I was always going into this menu and cashing it in and unlocking new skate decks and whatever else, shirts and shit. And now that I've done all that stuff, Tony Hawk 4 feels a little bit like it feels like there's a little bit less to do. So this is one of the 3 new levels. Ah, fuck. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I think I have wrecked too many times to get much more than like a low 90 here. All right. Still not first place. That's not. All right. Well. Fuck. Ugh. Not good enough. Not good enough. I don't think I wrecked on that one. That seems like it could be better. There you go. That's a little more like it. Is it enough? It is. This is the one piece of royalty-free music from streamer mode that I turned on to activate on the soundtrack because it is some fucking bootleg-ass GTA music. Years after this game would come out, I would finally go to visit Alcatraz for the first time, and I remember being like, holy shit, it really is like this. Not quite, but you know, the basic layout, this is the basic layout of Alcatraz. Did I bring a skateboard? No, I brought a hangover. It was a weird, very weird day. Of the people I went with, one of the girls I was with had just slept with one of the other girl's ex-boyfriend the night before we all went to Alcatraz. And I knew that, but that was not common knowledge at that point in time. And so I spent the whole day going like, this is like probably going to be one of the last times this group of friends hangs out. This is probably just about over. Was it? Yes, I was not wrong. I was not wrong. That was that blew up not too long after that, if I remember right. I think sleeping with someone's ex. Who cares, man? It's an ex. It's not like they were cheating. It's not, you know, like, is it like awkward? Sure. Yeah. Is it like off limits? You know, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I need more manual balance. So I basically haven't done anything in this level. Oh, I did complete a thing. What was this? Land a grab trick off the stunt double please gap in movie studio. All right. We have unlocked a deck. If it's going to be like, hey, now I'm in a long-term relationship with your ex and I'm bringing them around all the time, like, that's a different thing. I'm not saying that. I think that's maybe a little like you're making a choice about the friend group there that it is over like at that point, you know, if you're going to keep bringing them around and shit. But if you're just like, whatever, man, I don't know, like, hey, everyone was drunk, this happened, you're just like, whatever. Whatever, right? Right? No. Okay, so there's a point up there. I probably need to grind the roof of this building to get over there, right? I probably grind my way up these stairs. Or I guess ride my way up. Well, we're not going to do it this time, though. Not like that, we're not. Ugh. Let's move on to Waterpark and see it, since it's one of the new levels here. As much as I have been just like completely finishing a level, or at least the goals in a level before moving on. In the interest of showing some stuff, let's hard flip the castle and fountain gap. So it's kind of cool coming to these levels. So when I played the game, whatever, last month, or, you know, yeah, last month, everything was open already. And so a lot of what I saw were like pro goals were unlocked, and, you know, some of the stuff that I'm not seeing here now. And so it's kind of cool to see, like, okay, there's going to be stages to this a little bit. Okay, I could probably just, like, hit this and hit that. No. There's a T somewhere. That's where the K was. The A was over there. The E was all the way over there. The T is probably somewhere there. Yeah.
Let's see it.
Okay, it's at the top of this thing. So there's, I think I can, there's a teleport that'll, there's a doorway I can go in that'll get me up there. Is it this one? Yes. Oops. Oh. What was it? Hard flip the castle and fountain gap.
Show me your stuff.
All right, show me your stuff. What is the...
Let's shoot over here.
Castle and fountain. That looked like it was maybe saying start from the castle and go down towards the fountain.
Ready to shoot.
Let's get the water going at least. And
Camera's ready.
that's castle and still castle.
Show me your stuff.
All right. Yeah, clearly I got to get up there. Is there a way to spine transfer into that? No, probably. I mean, I guess I got to just go. And
Let's see your trick.
ah,
Not cool. Ready to shoot.
there's got to be an easier way for me to do this than what I'm trying to do here. It seems like I'm doing something dumb. If I can, maybe I got, okay. The fountain gives you a boost, so yeah, maybe if I just point myself in that direction. Let's just.
Let's shoot over here.
Maybe the castle, maybe it doesn't give, right? Maybe it does not give you a boost. I could have sworn it did.
Show me your stuff.
Show me your stuff.
Let's see your trick.
I'm gonna tear this park up.
Thumbs up.
Camera's ready.
See if I could get up there and then immediately get off that rail. I could maybe do that, but I don't think that's what it's intending. I don't think that's the intended path. If I can get up onto this thing over here. But it doesn't look like there's an easy way up there either. Right? I mean, there's that lip there is going to prevent me from just like wall riding my way up to the roof, right? Let's just double check that that geometry is in fact real. Oh yeah, it wants me to. It's not going to easily let me wall ride that stuff. Huh. Like, yeah, I kind of want to be up there and then jump over to the fountain, I'm guessing. But I don't immediately see a way to do that.
Ready to shoot.
Okay. Ah! This is one of those things that, like, when you figure it out, you're going to feel real dumb. At least I'm going to feel real dumb. Because nothing about this seems like it should be difficult. It's just like I'm, like, fucking brain locked on doing this the wrong way. What has to be the wrong way. There's that slide there, so there'd be a portal for that one. I don't think there's a walkway or a teleporter over here. There's no slide. There's this one, and then there's the two over there. But I don't think either of those really lead me to an advantageous position. Yeah, those are capped off, so it's right on top of those, but that's not really leading me in the... Ah. Well, that was not the gap. So. Oh, and it wasn't a fucking hard flip. Yeah. Also, it wasn't the gap. So it was bad on both. Bad at both. But it would have at least shown the gap if that was the gap. Huh. Weird.
delaying. Know what I'm saying? Time's hard, no, you can't give up. Know what I'm saying? Like bad luck, never get enough. Know what I'm saying? Woodshed, you the best, no less. Know what I'm saying? No life gon' put you to the test. Know what I'm saying?
What am I doing? It's a great question. It's a fair question.
No guy gon' put you to the test. Know what I'm saying?
My God, you don't walk, you don't show. My God, you play walks, it's so far. You see this not wait for no more thing. My God, just hold your, gon' push your. And when you're down, it gets cold. I know. My God, don't stop now, keep moving. My God, don't stop now, keep moving.
Know what I'm saying? Backstabbed by somebody you know.
There's sort of a, yeah, I don't know. There's I need to figure out this stuff, but also I'm just kind of like, it's been a long time since I've really focused on finishing goals in a Tony Hawk game that I didn't already know, like, oh, here's how you do this, right? It's kind of cool, like, having new friggin' goals, you know? There's a mindset to it that I feel like I'm just not in anymore, of like, oh, right, I gotta think like this and do this, and like, okay, I gotta open this arcade. What do you restore power to the arcade, for example.
Someone find the key.
He is asking about a key, so maybe there's a key somewhere.
Man, power's out again. Anyone got the key? Ow!
And it looks like, I mean, you know, that entrance is lit up, but the door is shut. So I wonder if, like, you eventually get this whole thing open. And there is kind of a line here. Kind of. Maybe if we get on top of the arcade. I mean, I feel like that could be something. And then that just goes back down. Okay. Okay, there are 5 pumps to drain the water. That's a lot of pumps. I was gonna say, is there one back here? I would put one back here. There is one back here. Oh, that's how you get it there. I think it's one of the pro goals, but... Okay, so draining Pirates Bay is going to be finding those 5 valves. There's whatever this castle and fountain gap is. There's these things. There's whatever you got to do here. Find a key, probably. There's a secret tape. Where's that? The goal fly-through was showing that there was one kind of right here. Oh, it's on the boat. No? There we go. I've already wasted a minute. It's kind of silly to... Well, we got to find them all anyway. There's one there. I forget where the other ones were. I already forgot where the other ones were. Good. Good shit. The gap list doesn't say anything specific about the gaps, though. Right now, it's just a list. Okay. So, no information on those. Show me your stuff. Come on, doggers. Missed that cash. Good shit. Missed it again. Great. Doing great work. There we go. I would probably guess that most of the valves would be on this half of the level. That's right. They were all, the other two were behind stuff. There's this one here. No? It's not grinded on the right side? Okay. So there's that one there, there's the one on the boat, and there's the one behind the boat here. There's 3 of them at least. Would there be any over here somewhere, maybe? This is going good. Got that stuck in my... All right. No, that's just another thing that... I should check, because there was, you know, like there were those things that I hit them twice and they still... No. That doesn't even look like the same type of thing as the other ones. Nope, it's wrong. Ah, shit. Fucking. And then there's this one here, but that's still... Oh my gosh! Now I'm just making dumb mistakes. All right. Would there be any over here somewhere, maybe? Well, like I said, I would probably consider them to be all on that half of the level, a little closer to the... a little closer to the thing that you're trying to drain. I could see them putting one somewhere on one of these big slides, one of these big teleporter slide things. That would make sense. Maybe up on this walkway somewhere. Yeah. There's not that much level over here, huh? All right, let's try these teleporters. Nope, no valve there. They wouldn't put it behind you. That's too much. Too devious. Oh, God. I wasn't grinding. I was busy looking at all those other pipes nearby to try to figure out if any of them were Like if it was one of these things or something. It's not even the rigging of the ship or anything, right? Those don't look like pipes. Oh, there's one. Is that one? Yeah, it sure is. That is better hidden than I thought these things were going to be. So there's one there. There's one over there. Are they all on the things that shoot water? So is it on this? There it is. It's right there. Okay, so that's 5. I mean, you know, you can say what you will about the soundtrack, but this song's still on it, and I'm okay. I thought it would be funny if they still had that Redman song that talked about the brand new PlayStation 2, but, you know. It was this or Zebra Head. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? Zebrahead dismayed that they were not asked to appear on the soundtrack for... Oh, I had a friend and she was way into Zebrahead. And so I heard way more Zebrahead than anyone should have to. Okay, we did that. What else is left here? This freaking gap, the mascot cutouts, whatever the arcade thing is doing. Let's see if we can figure out where the fuck this tape is. It looked like it was... okay, well, there's 2 things up on poles gleaming in the distance. Oh, that's the skateboard. So there's some skate decks that are hidden in the levels that aren't necessarily represented in the like completion percentage, if I remember right. There's that pesky Iron Galaxy logo. And then I think it's probably over there. That looks like the same color and basic size of wherever the hidden tape is going to be, right? There's this thing. This. And then this. That looks like something I need to take a teleporter to get to. But it looks like it's part of so it's definitely like it's part of that apparatus up there, that crazy thing. I assume I can get up there. Okay, maybe that's something where when I turn on the power, it opens up the arcade. It also opens this door, and that lets me get up here. Because I bet the hidden tape's up here. But we do need to find the key to this arcade. Oh, that was a good wall ride that I could have gotten that cash off of. If I had not sucked right there, I would have gotten that cash, and that would have been great. Oh, see, that's bad as well. Ugh. And that's the right way to get up there for whatever you got to do here with this thing. That gap seems like it shouldn't be as troublesome as it is. But I'm doing something stupid. I think this is a really good level. I think that this is This is like the standout. Like pinball is really cool and it's flashy and it's like, oh, look at that, it's crazy, you're in a pinball machine. But like this to me is like just a great fucking meat and potatoes ass fucking Tony Hawk level. Like good concept, a water park, like it's like that's cool. Like the goals seem good. It's got a size to it. It's worth exploring. Like this to me is the calling card for why there should be a brand new Tony Hawk game after this one. And not another remake. Anyway, it's got what else, man? So as you get the Iron Galaxy logos, you unlock, you know, post-processing filters and other stuff here in the secret shop. And I haven't really bothered with that stuff yet. There's, you know, money is also used for just some regular ass clothing and stuff too. And boards. Boards have to go on your created skater. You know, you can't put professional skater on not the professional skaters sponsors decks. That's just that's just law. The other thing is like, so Bam Margera is an unlockable, like he's $5,000 in that secret shop, which is not a lot of money. You can get that really easily. But he is treated as a bonus unlockable dude, and thus no outfits and only one. Well, everyone has their like I completed the pro goals board. But one deck also, so not a lot of options there by comparison. Tony Hawk has 11 decks and 3 outfits plus this pre-order one. But you can't like you also can't like customize this stuff, which, you know, that's I think customizing pro skaters, they haven't really done a ton of that. But in 3 you could change some of the clothes on them in the original 3. Also Andy Anderson is an unlockable skater as well. But he shows up here. You have to unlock him, but he still shows up in the upper part of the thing, whereas Bam Margera is down here next to the Doom guy and a Ninja Turtle. And then there's a thing there. I think when you 100% everything, you get that. I forget what the unlock requirements are for this, but it's a weird looking Ninja Turtle. I think this is what they look like now. I think this is what Ninja Turtles look like now. In current, like, in whatever the current cartoon is, I think this is what they look like now. All these years later, do you think Chad Muska still has a boombox on him at all times and makes his weird his SUV hop, and is it full of speakers? I think he's still. Is he still making Muska beats? But yeah, it's a much wider array of skaters at your disposal here, and I am not in tune with modern skateboarding nearly enough to tell you much of anything about that. I can tell you Bucky Lasik is here. Tell you Alyssa Steamer is in this game as well.
Here's a couple of nice
guys who finish first. So nice try, but the prize is ours dispersed. They say the good die young, so I added some badass to my flavor to prolong my life over the drum. Everyone cools on
The Danish Destroyer.
if you can handle being cold or not. And we were told to hop, but no one's got Prince Paul. We stayed original ever since, y'all. First to do
Is Lil Wayne in this one? Sadly, I don't think he is, but you know, there is an homage to Wheezy F Baby here in the Tricks goals, where you know, there is a goal for earn a score of 1 million in any park, and they have referred to it as a milli. So you know. Speaking of obscure references to actual humans, there is also one thing in the multiplayer icons. Icon is and icon is the right word for it. Where these all have names as well, such as Electric Skeleton and such, and then there is this one. Which is real good. I don't necessarily want to skate as Bam. I'm gonna eventually just make a created skater. But I configured all the tricks the way I like them on Bam, and so. I love this song so fucking much. This whole album is so goddamn good. Holy shit. And since the game is not quite out yet, or only people, you know, only the deluxe edition is out, like it, yeah, there we go. This game has crossplay. I don't think 1 and 2 had crossplay. I could be wrong. I don't remember, but I know the multiplayer situation there was just fucked up across the board. Parody album called 100 Gex, where it's all songs about dated pop culture references. Now, you know, so a kid on YouTube did a Minecraft parody album of already that is much better. The wall plant lets you do some fucking it's so crazy the things it lets you do. Like I don't have the mental capacity to like figure out all of the different crazy combo lines this game has now because of what the wall plant brings to this trick system. There, I was able to do it. When I was playing this level for the first time, I could not hop up to that to the molten lava pot thing from that side. It just wasn't happening. I don't know why. I have 3 pieces. That's okay. Well, I have 4 now. Let's see if they hold. Ugh. Yeah, I do have more stats now. That definitely helps. But like, this was the first level in the game. You know, you always theoretically should have been able to do this, and that's how I always did it. But I could not get it done when I loaded I had to go this way to do it. It was weird. It was weird. So that's a pretty fast level load right there, huh? Oh, here. This is open. We can at least see where it goes. Yeah. That's a little awkward. Ugh. 3rd place, I'll take it. But I feel like that's the best I can hope for. And we'll see once the game, you know, this is a game that maybe once it comes out on Game Pass, there will be a lot of fresh meat. And maybe I can win a few. I won one yesterday. But that is yeah, it was a fluke. Beat the shit out of the Nintendo Switch because yeah. Playing this on a handheld, what's out of your mind? I need to install this on my Steam Deck. I'm curious to see how that. Oh, jeez. That guy's name is Garfield Bin Laden. I hate my PlayStation name. Why don't I have a cool name like Garfield Bin Laden? One of the things I always liked about the way they show scoring in this game, or in these games over the years, is that they let you know that someone is on one. You know, like they show you hey, this person has a fucking times 10 combo over here. Like they're clearly, like for graffiti, it would be cool if it showed you how many pieces they have touched or something. But you can see like, oh, someone is in the middle of a ridiculous combo and they are about to beat you. Like if they land this combo, the game is over. I played so much 3 online when it came out. because you could. Because, like, it's the thing I always say about Tony Hawk 3 that people don't remember is that that game shipped on PlayStation 2 before the network adapter was out. And so you had to get a USB to Ethernet adapter, and you could plug that in, and the game would recognize it. Because the official network adapter didn't exist yet. And so they made it compatible with a select handful of, you know, of these USB to Ethernet adapters that you could plug into a PS2 and play online. And that was quite a bit before the real network adapter came out. And so it was the first online game on PS2 by like a fucking mile. And it was fucking crazy. Like the very idea of like, yo man, plug this in. Like Activision sending like, here, plug this into your PS2. You can play Tony Hawk against other people. You're like, are you out of your fucking mind? What are you talking about? And it was fucking crazy. They didn't send one of those to everybody. I mean, they sent one to me. Yeah, and yes, and now you use the USB ports on your console to charge your vape. I mean, you know, like that's crazy in its own way. It's still valid. Okay, we need to do like combos here. We need to do combos. Pepperoni pizza. Combos. Shit, I bought a bag of combos. Where are those? Okay. Stay in the level. That's honestly, that's a you problem game. That's not a me problem. I've seen some people taking screenshots of like, oh, this like there's a kink in this rail that like it's been both cases. It's been cases where they're like, oh my god, they faithfully duplicated this really weird glitch that the game had originally. It's so awesome that they did that. And then I've seen a couple of cases of like, oh, this doesn't, like this surface, you can't spine transfer it properly. It's not like, you know, properly mapped as like something you can do that, you know, whatever physics thing they need to do. And so, you know, this game probably has a patch or so in it. Hey, I took the lead. Can I hold it? Not if this person lands. Oh, come on. Let's go skate over here and look at him. Yeah. I still got it, but I don't know what it is. Like, I see people, like, the thing is Tony Hawk, high-level Tony Hawk play is so fucking bonkers now. Like, there's stuff to it that I will never be able to do in terms of just, like, super high-level 10 million point combo, blah, blah, you know, like, that aren't just like, hey, go to airport and go to the escalators and just fucking skate around in a U for as long as you can and hope for the best. Like, that I can do. But the way people fucking bust shit out now is, like, so fucking crazy. Like, so many years of Thug Pro and, you know, and again, like, between the wall plant and the spine transfer, and the spine transfer being able to level you out at any point, like, those two things combined, like, people are just doing fucking crazy. It's so, for lack of a better word, it is sick. It is so fucking sick to see. Am I going to take a look at Rethawed someday? I installed it at one point, but I have changed computers since then. I installed it and never actually fired it up. Stupid me. That's what I get. That's how it goes for me. Nope. Oh, yep. Uh-oh. Oh, it would not let me grind to the very top of the castle there. Second place. Okay. 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 I gotta wrap it up here.
Attention all passengers. This is Captain Jennings speaking. On behalf of the crew.
But at the end of the day, I think this is a fucking great representation of those two games. It is not 100% faithfully accurate, but I think from a features perspective, they've done a great job with, like, this is a really good friends and party system in here. It's got unlocks on top of unlocks, which I think that the solo tour stuff unlocking at the end, I think it's really cool that stuff is still in here in some capacity. They've made it easy to unlock. Like, if you want all 10 special slots, all you really need to do is, like, do a 250,000 point combo. Where is that? Here. That includes, like, whatever, you know, for Bam, it's like his 540, like the whatever special they are associated with. And that will unlock the other 5. You start with 5, it unlocks the other 5. And then, you know, you have to get the stats. The stats are universal, so, like, you know, I've been playing a lot of the career mode as Bam Margera, but I can go in with anybody here and I can immediately, all those stats are still here, so I have 29 points to assign. So, like, switching characters or switching to a created skater or whatever, if you are tired and want to change it up online or whatever, is they do not punish you. You don't have to play through the campaign a dozen different times. Though that is what they are unlocking later on for you. Like, if you want to do that, they've got shit for you there too, which is kind of cool. I think honestly, removing references to Petaluma out of the airport level is a disgusting, is filthy. I think it's a gross thing they've did, and I think that, you know, like, including references like this really just rubs your face in it, and just like, wow, really, wow. I'm fucking, like, double fucking, you know, wow. Rude is what that is. But yeah, you know, I think if you're a real stickler for the way Tony Hawk 4 is, then, you know, obviously there's aspects of that are different, and people are, you know, certainly gonna feel a type of way about that. I think my advice on that front would be, don't get hung up on it, because it's still really fucking good. Like even playing through these levels with the timer, I think actually really works out well. We didn't even get into it. It's got Create a Park. Someone made. Did I highlight it, or did I? A lot of these parks right now are made to get the achievements and trophies really easily, which is, you know, always welcome, I suppose. Here we go. I'm gonna load this up really fast, and then I gotta go. I gotta pick up my daughter. There is an E1M1 in here that I have not looked at yet. You can make goals in the created parks. Also, someone made this. And it's actually hard to get the secret tape because you jump so much fucking higher. Would it be rad if I picked her up on a skateboard? She would fucking lose it. She has been seeing enough of this game. Her school had a like some kind of they got a bunch of bounce houses and all this stuff, but they also had they got a couple of guys to come in and do like a BMX demo. And so, you know, dudes were doing backflips on BMX bikes and all those, like in Australia. I forget, I have their names somewhere. But they had been pros for a really long time. One dude was Australian. And they were part of a touring kind of thing. And she was like obsessed with it. Like she couldn't look away. And went up and asked him questions afterwards and all this stuff. And I'm here going, yeah. My wife is like, oh, is she gonna end up being, and now she's like really interested in looking at this skateboarding video game. And well, I don't know, we'll see. I was too clumsy for that stuff. My parents wouldn't let me do it, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me here. I gotta get going. It's out, I mean, today's Wednesday, so it's technically out tomorrow night or tomorrow morning if you want to set your Xbox to New Zealand and whatever Game Pass trickery you can do. I think you could do that. But it is technically out Friday for everybody else, and so you should. It's really good. It's really well made. There's like more depth to it than I thought. They did more to it, the menus and just the structure and some of the other things. They did more to it. You might think going in that they just dropped in new levels into the 1 and 2 framework and like it is a lot of that, but like there's crossplay, there's a lot of other stuff kind of going on around the edges and yeah, I think it's pretty fucking rad. So as someone who was obsessed with these games when they were first coming out, like I'm really happy with this. I think the changes don't hurt it. I think in some weird way the changes kind of freshen up the 4 levels, and I kind of dig that. But and some people are not into the soundtrack, whatever. That's, you're gonna have your music taste, and that's fine. But it's not the original soundtracks. I think that there's probably more tracks on this soundtrack that I like really have liked and like, than maybe some of the stuff there. But whatever, get the PC version and mod it. I'm sure that I think people were modding the demo so that you could play as like a fucking as Master Chief. Like people were doing all kinds of weird shit to the demo. So I'm sure that there will be some funky stuff to look at there someday. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I will be back on Friday. We'll rank some 8-bit Nintendo games. Have a good one.